Welcome back everybody to Chicagoland Garbage Picking. We are headed out here a little bit early this morning because down the road from my house, the local Lover's Lane store closed, and I drove by yesterday and there was some neon signs in the dumpster behind the store. Now I do not remember what those neon signs said, so I'm gonna see if I can get to them. They were definitely buried under a couple heavy items, so I'm not even sure the condition of them. So we'll head over there, we'll see what we can get, and then continue on and do our normal trash picking. I hope you join me. All right, so here we are behind the local Lover's Lane store, and there's nothing in their regular dumpster, but over here we do have a bunch of stuff in their regular, or their big dumpster, including this huge warehouse shelving rack. But down here, I noticed that is a neon sign. I have no idea what it says, and I think that's gonna kind of determine on if I want to take it, because I can think of certain things at a store like this that, you know, might be interesting to have, but some things might not be as interesting. I was really hoping for the main Lover's Lane sign, but I'm not seeing it in here. So I'm gonna put the camera down and see if I can get some of this stuff on top of it off, and then we will see what those signs say. All right, I was able to get that shelf off and a couple other heavy items off of it. And we have signs that say lingerie. This one here says and sexy. And then this one in reverse, SUOSN. Let's walk down here, see if we can see what the first ones are. ESSEN, sensuous. The problem is, you can tell here on sexy, SH, is the neon on these got completely shattered, especially on the I and the E over there on the lingerie. So unfortunately, I don't think these are going to be salvageable. I would have taken them. I can see there definitely be a market for somebody. I mean, it's kind of a weird thing, but I mean, if you got a man cave or a garage and you want lingerie, you're not gonna find one, neon sign that is, just anywhere. And I could have been the one with it. So unfortunately, when they put it in, they weren't thinking that somebody would come and want it the next day. So we're gonna probably have to leave it. It is unfortunate. Just kind of take a look here. Looks like we got some cork boards, the employee hold bin here. So I'm not seeing the main Lover's Lane sign, and that's really what I was after anyway. I thought that would probably be the best, but honestly, these neon signs probably would have been better. So I'm gonna clean up my mess, knock this back down, push the sign to the side, and we're gonna continue on to our normal trash picking adventures. All right, looks like we got a house that they're moving out of, and we have this antique dresser here. Kind of a unique style, because you would expect almost this to be a waterfall piece where it's kind of curved here. That's what I would kind of expect to see with this style of hardware, but that seems not to be the case. We have this trim on here, which kind of makes it weird. I'm not sure who the market would be for this, but I think it's worth grabbing overall. And that veneer on here could be fixed. So it's definitely cool hardware on this guy. So we'll take this along with us. It's getting late in the year for these water tables. This one's honestly not bad. I might still take this one. It's definitely pooling water even with the drain there, so that drain would need to be cleaned. But the main reason that I stopped here was for this rocking chair for kids. A little chewed up here on the side, but that's not even that bad. We'll take this along. Won't be very much, but these always sell. All right, we might have something here. Another dresser. This one's more mid-century style. Check out the drawers. I don't think this is old. I think this is a new dresser. Definitely is. Which, I mean, honestly, you'd prefer it to be a vintage piece. A little bit more of a market there for it, but as long as all the drawers work, this will clean up just fine, I think. I mean, these are scratches here. We do have a pretty decent chunk taken out of that guy, but overall, I don't think it's too bad. So we'll throw this guy in the van. Should be at least 30 bucks right here. If not, maybe a little bit more if I'm lucky. But I'd have to get really lucky for that to be the case. I think that this is probably a $30 piece. Behind all these leaves and stuff, I think that this is an entryway table of some sort. Yeah, or it's a desk. I think it's more of a desk, maybe a vanity type thing. Let's check it out. Look at that there. Kind of turn it a little bit more if we can. This bench down here is actually kind of nice. I didn't even see that to begin with. Not so sure about this one. It doesn't have a mirror on it. And it's definitely been used by a kid. Maybe somebody would be interested in painting that up. I don't think it's old, which is evidenced by the hardware on how the legs are attached. I mean, it's just built, came in a box at some point. But I'm kind of curious on this now. It's got that contact paper on it, which is not ideal. That stuff might come off. I mean, that's kind of a cool bench, don't you think? It's got one cushion, and then over there is... I'm talking myself into both of these. We'll take them both. Behind this car, we have quite a bit of stuff. The main thing that I'm seeing here is this cart. This is actually a really nice cart. You could definitely do some yard work or, you know, whatever else you need. You could definitely use that. And then we have a few work lights. Looks like 3. As long as the glass is not broken in them. I'll take these along. I'm sure they work. Don't really even appear to be used all that much. We got 2 on stands and then 1 here. Sell them all as one lot. We'll take that one. What the heck is this? EML. Is this a light too? Oh. All right, that popped off, but I don't think it was supposed to. So I might have just broken whatever that is. Here. Let me know in the comments what this is, and if I'm an idiot for not taking it. But I think I just broke it anyway, so I'm not gonna worry about it. But I would like to know in the comments if you know what it is, so we can know for next time. But better than paper bulletin board roll. I'll take that because school's coming up and maybe I could help a teacher out by selling them that for a significantly discounted price. But what could be, I'll open, these are all zip tied and I don't want to make a mess. So I'll open one of these bags, and if what I see is intriguing, then I'll go ahead with more, but I'm not going to make a huge mess. So put the camera down, we'll take all that stuff and probably move on. I just saw the lady throwing these out, so I'm not sure what the condition is on them, but this one here is unfortunately significantly ripped, so we're gonna have to leave these. I did come back around the block because I don't know, sometimes I really don't mind, and it is a good tool to use, is talking to the people as they throw stuff out, because maybe she does have more stuff in her garage she wants to get rid of, or she knows somebody that's moving. And I've gotten quite a few good leads doing that, so it's something I would recommend. But if I'm being honest, there are some times where it's early in the morning, I just don't feel like networking with people, if you will. So just kind of wait for them to finish throwing their stuff out and then come back. Maybe not the most productive thing, but it is how I'm feeling this morning. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for us here today. It was a pretty successful day. We got that dresser, the lights, a couple other smaller things. I really appreciate everybody that's watching, and I hope to see you guys soon. You guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next one.